Alright, so it's Moto Retza back again with another video for you guys. And I wanted to try something new today. I'm testing out a new angle. So you're gonna see two different camera angles in this video, if I do everything correctly anyway. But I wanted to use this video to speak on a topic, and the topic is judging a book by its cover. And what do I mean by judging a book by its cover? Because I think that we all cast some level of judgment on people based on first impressions. But I recently had something that made me think about this topic and want to talk about it in a video. So I'll start with the first time I ever had this realization that people are so quick to judge a certain person. So based on really knowing nothing about them. So this actually happened many years ago, and I haven't had a bunch of different moments in my life that have been times where someone has been poorly judged or judged without really knowing them. But you know, back when I was in school many years ago now, there was this guy, and I really enjoyed hanging out with him. Like, he ended up being someone that I felt really close with as a friend in school. And the thing that we would always be able to relate with each other on, I mean, we talked about many topics, of course, but the one thing that we loved talking about were video games. And specifically, there was this game called Monster Hunter that we would talk about. Now, I don't know if any of you are fans of Monster Hunter, but on this game, well, actually the game's not even important, but just know that we would talk about Monster Hunter, right? And I regularly talk to this guy every single day. I'd hang out with this guy in school. Always, like, you would always catch me hanging out with this guy and talking to him. One day, this girl comes up to me, this girl that likes me, and she's like, "Why do you hang out with that guy? That guy's like such a loser, and you're not." And I always remember that, even to this day. And that was my first exposure to people like judging someone so harshly. And you know, this girl knew nothing about this guy, and couldn't fathom that I could possibly enjoy talking to him. And when that girl told me that thing, I mean, I guess you could say that, well, I kind of knew that girl at this point too, so that wasn't like my first exposure to her, but it definitely made me see her in a different way. Because I mean, you can call me naive, but I'm not a super judgmental person of people unless they have to do something that's like incredibly, they have to do like something that's extreme or something that's compromising of someone's character. And to me, a comment like that was compromising of her character. So I really didn't like her that much after that day. Now, fast forward to more recent events. I was hanging out with a friend, and I happened to be in my work clothes, and this friend was in his work clothes too. But you know, due to his profession, his appearance could be seen as, I guess, less professional, if you want to be super judgmental. So I'm talking to this guy. You know, we're just hanging out in a parking lot, chatting with each other. And then these two other guys call me over, and they're like, "Hey." And at first they just start some casual conversation with me. Now, I didn't see anything wrong with that, of course. Nothing wrong with striking up conversation with strangers. But my friend stepped away for a second, and as soon as my friend stepped away and turned his back, they're like, "Hey, is that guy giving you any problems?" And it didn't dawn on me at first what they were trying to say, because, you know, they were saying it quietly and whispering it to me. and I'm not really one to take hints when I don't understand the situation. I'm not really one to take hints when I don't understand the situation. So eventually I caught on to what they were trying to tell me, and they wanted to know if, you know, this guy was trying to sell me drugs or something of that nature. But like they had associated some kind of negative connotation with due to his appearance, I guess, and my appearance. And you know, I guess you could say we're at opposite ends of appearance, if you want to be judgmental like that. But I'm not going to go into detail with what our jobs are, but just know it was kind of a case of profiling. Now, those guys were just, you know, I don't think that they were racist or anything like that, but they were just kind of checking on me to make sure I was okay. And then we moved on. It was nothing more. But my point in this story is that you should never be too judgmental of people upon first impressions. If now we have this thing called pattern recognition, and pattern recognition leads us to associate certain behaviors either negatively or positively. So I mean, I can understand that, but you shouldn't solely judge people based on pattern, your personal pattern recognition, because you just never know. Now, of course, there are some dangerous situations that you should clearly avoid. But I guess what I want to say is that before you just judge some seemingly normal person that may be completely opposite of what you think about them, maybe you should just talk to them first. And you can find out that they actually have a good head on their shoulders, or that they're actually a caring person. Because in both situations, the guy that I was talking to recently and the kid that I knew back in school, those have been some of the most awesome people that I've met in my life. And for someone to think negatively of them is just crazy to me. So I'm probably going to end this video here because I don't want it to be a really long video. I just wanted to talk about this topic, and I also wanted to try this new recording setup, you know, now that I have two cameras, one on my motorcycle and then one on my helmet too. Give you guys some exhaust pops before I end this. Everybody likes pops, right? Gotta have my pops. Alright, if you stuck around with me this long, I really appreciate you watching my video, and I will see you in the next one. Alright, stay awesome. Love you guys. Peace.